Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Winner Circle Sports Betting podcast. Sean Higgs back. We're back from Vegas. I survived with my wife and daughter. We made it. Thank you for Doug, Chip, Matt doing the extra. Well, Doug's doing a lot of the extra heavy lifting there the last few dads, but I miss you guys, all of you here. I got Chip with me. Doug needs a refresher. He's like, you know what? I don't want to be with Sean anymore. I did such a good job. He could he needs a day off. He needs a day off now. But thank you, Doug. Nice little run here with the free picks from Doug. And again, free picks are the free picks. And you know how I'm going to start the show off? Hit the thumbs up button. You're here for the freebies. We do our best with the freebies. I have to go. I'm going to be honest. I wasn't watching the free pick show the last couple of days. You know, I'm trying to stay away, just jump on, get some games, and then spend time with my family. But 40 and 39, Chip. We had a sweep last week before the holiday there. So 40 and 39 with the free picks here. Like, subscribe, notification goes on. Cost you nothing. All right, because All-Star break's coming up. We're gonna touch on some football pretty soon. We're gonna talk some football next week with the MLB All-Star break. So we'll have MLB free picks coming, college football, NFL free picks right around the corner. All right, so put that notification bell on. When you want the best bets, gamblersworld.net. That's where you go, folks. That's where you go for all the premium content. You see how everybody's doing. We got the leaderboard. We got you taken care of. Chip, Mr. NBA, Mrs. WNBA, still winning, cranking them out there.
Yep.
Major League Baseball, we're having nice seasons as well. Here you go. This is what I'm waiting for. All picks. Major League Baseball, 429. That's July, August, September, October, 4 months, $25 a week, maybe a little more. Go get it. Get that MLB package. And stay tuned for a special early bird NFL and college football as well. But let's talk. Chip, it's been a few days. It's good to see you. I'm sure you've told everybody how you've been doing when you came out on Monday or whatever. But last couple days, wins, losses, streaks. What you got going on?
I had my WNBA 5-game winning streak end yesterday, and so we're going to start a new one today. Each and every day, I'm giving one game for the most part, and we're like 30-9 on the year. It's just been outrageous in the WNBA and in Major League Baseball, 2-1 yesterday. So the beat goes on. The All-Star break. I think there's going to be plenty of prop bets to be had during the All-Star game, but you know, Sean, that I think those are a little bit different than what I'm looking at.
All-Star prop bets, huh? Are you talking like home run stuff or just
I'm talking
in-game?
about a pitch. How many? Who might be? Will both teams play every player? How many players? Which player may not be? You could bet all of this. Which player may not get in the game? How many outs a pitcher may go? It's really this game particularly with all these stars. The prop boards must be just exploding. You know, sort of like a Super Bowl type thing, which you can never duplicate, of course. But that's how I'm seeing the All-Star game, because I think it's kind of hard to evaluate both teams against each other. Some guys really don't even care about being there, and what's the motivation, and pitchers are dropping out. But individually, the props may be enticing.
I don't know if I could jump in. You know what?
I can do it.
The thing with that is, Chip, right? We're going to probably be looking at unders in that, right? A lot of unders in the All-Star game. Guys you'll get one at bat, maybe two at bats. They'll be juicy, but you're probably going to win if you want to go that route, though. You know, you jump on a bunch of unders with these guys. I mean, what are you coming in pinch hit base hits? How often do you see that? Not often.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you don't see that in a regular game. I don't expect to see it in an All-Star game where you got the best of the best. And I always feel the pitcher has an edge no matter what anyway. So
should have. I mean, the best hitters go successful 1 out of 3, really. You know,
exactly.
That's why I don't understand why they in certain situations pitch to the guy, because his chance of getting a hit still you're still the favorite to get him out.
This is what I say about the Yanks, and we have, you know, the Yanks are playing today, but we'll be talking about that. And you know what? Let's kind of segue into Yankee talk here, because that's your game here today, right? We got Yanks in Seattle for you, Chip. And by the way, you see Chip's been on a nice run here for the last month, but you saw that kind of scroll across here. But we got the Yanks and Seattle here with Wu and Stroman. I don't like the bad mouth Stroman, but let's be honest.
Listen, if we had our way, he's a go against, isn't he? I mean,
yeah.
for the most part.
This is when the Yankees come up. This has turned into a conversation between me and Chip, and not even as the usual layout of how do we go into a free pick of the game. This Yankee team, we're talking about pitching the guys, and I always bring up with Judge. How are teams throwing to this guy? Oh, there's a guy in second base. Let me throw to Judge. The game's 4-3. How do they pitch to him? There's no reason to pitch to the guy in a regular season. There's no reason to.
I saw this past week they walked him with 2 outs and no one on base. And, that Yankee lineup, aside from him, really doesn't have Stanton make it up and hit one out once in a while, but he's a 210 hitter. And, LeMahieu's just been cut. Yankees got a lot of holes, and Judge is making up for a lot of it. And their pitching, of course, has been injured. I mean, Gill's out and Cole's out, and it just hasn't been as good as they had hoped. But they're still in first place. They're 10 games over 500, which is kind of, shall we say, disappointing considering where they were, Sean. And, this Yankee team, here's how inconsistent they are. They went 16. We talked about this, consecutive unders.
Yes, under.
And now they've gone 10 straight over. They've gone over in their last 10 games. And I told you, they're just going to, and that's how I would look at this game, other than the fact that I like this Brandon Wu. He's a young kid, too. He's only like 24, 25, 8-4. He's got nasty stuff, Sean, and I like it. And I don't like Marcus Stroman. The game comes up a pick'em in New York, which tells me the Yankees might really be vulnerable here. Even though they're 28-17 at home, I just don't see it. The Yankees have beaten Seattle like a drum. 8 of the last 10 and 3 in a row. Stroman's ERA is 7.45. I think this game goes over the total, but I'm just so afraid this Brandon Wu throwing a great game against the Yankees, because I think the Yankees have holes in their lineup.
The Yankees are 50, and so official play from Chip Chirimbes over.
Right.
Over the total here. And now we had it scrolling across here, a 9? We find it there.
I don't even know what it is. I just look at those pictures, and I'm
just
afraid if Wu shuts down the Yankees, I don't know if Seattle can get there. But the Yankees have to
over
score some
9.
runs.
Over 9. And that's a crazy number.
Well,
over 9 for Chip. The Yanks, I was saying before I was went to your official play there for the freebie. 50-40 to the under, the Yankees. And there was a time the Yanks were like the best offensive team in baseball, which is, I still find that they're even a top 3 team or hitting team, because it's the Judge average, I think, skews the numbers so much.
It does. And then Stroman just gives up hit after hit, 24 hits, 19 innings, 4 home runs. And Wu can give up the long ball, too, because his stuff is so nasty. But, hey, the Yankees are on a roll right now after having all those unders. They're hitting the ball, scoring, as long as you can pitch the Judge.
Wu's 25, third full season. Last year, you saw him great at home. I mean, good ERA. The win 9-3 in 22 starts. The guy was, what are we doing here? He's going to hit his win total. He's a little worse on the road, but still much better than Stroman.
He is. He gave up 84 hits in 107 innings this year, and but he has given up 14 home runs. This is the bugaboo, and maybe that's why this game will go over. He also has 104 strikeouts. So this kid, I think he's got potential. I know some people out here, I think it was Mitch Moss, took a shot on him to win the Cy Young. And he got like 30-1 on him. And I could see down the line about him really being in contention for that. But this Seattle team's got to be able to, they got to learn how to score runs as well. This
is what, year 3 of the pitching. I mean, I know they got rid of Robbie Ray, but they had Ray, Castillo, Gilbert, Wu. I mean, they churn out good pitching. They can't score at all. But yet this year, they're an over team, believe it or not, because the pitching at home, they've been giving up runs. Yep. The bullpen's choking like we see a lot of teams go. But again, Wu's numbers on the road, not all that great. Double the ERA, 180 at home, 340 on the road. So, he does give up a few more runs there. but I'm with you. It seems like it's a odd total. You got to kind of think outside the box here. You see a 9 and 2 teams that I think are under teams, even though you have Judge and the Yankee power.
Yep.
I'm with you. Official play here, free pick over the 9 from Chip Chirimbes. And again, this is Chip's free play. WNBA, go get his best bet. It's up there right now. 29 and 10, 74%. Not too shabby. It's up there right now. Go get it. And plus, he has an MLB game. Maybe, you know what? A day like today, Chip's been hot. Get the all-day access pass for $69.99. That's where you go with Chip today. Make the smart money move. Get the 2-pack. All one price, $69.99. Because you know that. It's just a winner at WNBA. I mean, like Chip always berates me here. If you can make money on it, we're gonna find a way to get it done. And he has been doing that all season long. Doesn't matter. The bouncing ball goes in a bucket for Chip. WNBA, NBA does not make a difference. All right. We got the Cards and the Nets. Now, you look at this as an unsexy matchup. I get the Nationals not having the best year. Cardinals doing. I don't even know what the Cardinals are up to. I took an under. The funny thing is, I have a over Nats for the season at 70. I got an under, like I think 84 or whatever for St. Louis for the season. Both have kind of hovered, got me confused on what's going to happen in this thing. St. Louis sends Mikolas to the hill today, Chip. Not that good a pitcher. Let's be honest. Yeah. Him and Soroka, this could be the low-hanging fruit game of your life by me saying take the over 8.5 here. But come on. It does look – I'm looking at my thing here. Soroka last year, 0-10. 0-10 last year. Now he's 3-6 this year, and his ERA is even worse. 5.40.
Yeah.
But he's going to come in, go 5 innings, give up his 4 or 5 runs. I mean, he had a decent June. It wasn't terrible. Both Sox got him, which the Sox have been scoring runs left and right. Nationals 10-1 to the over. Their last 11 games. That's a combination of their hitting, combination of bad bullpen, bad starters. St. Louis, not anything out of the box offensively, but enough where you're going to send in a batting practice pitcher or a home run derby type pitcher. Why isn't this game going to be 5-4 in the 5th inning? Because Mikolas comes in here like a peacock strutting out his big feathers. 7.75 ERA last 7 starts in June. Are you kidding me?
No.
That's a 3.18 batting average against Chip. This is his last start, 8 runs on 10 hits, 6 innings.
Right.
This was 8.5. I'm shocked it wasn't 9.5, or at least a 9. Sometimes you have to take the easy ones. I look at these 2 pitchers that screams they're going to get hit. I know offensively, on the whole, yes, you talked about the Yanks going over, 16 straight unders and then 10 straight overs. Nats are on one of those runs right now. Overall, that's not the club they are. St. Louis is definitely not it's not McGuire and Jim Edmonds and Pujols type, team that they have here. This is, as you like to say, the old Punch and Judy crowd. Give me the over 8.5. I'm taking a low-hanging fruit. Hopefully it doesn't poison me like the Garden of Eden, but let's go. Over 8.5 for me.
Sean, I couldn't agree with you more. And I'll tell you one thing, like during my experience with Major League Baseball handicapping, I've always been confused. I think that these 2 guys are the same guys. I mean, Mike Soroka and Miles. It just the way their names are and the way their ERAs are and the way they both pitch, it's like the same guy. I definitely think this game's going over. You said Soroka 0-10 last year, 4.7 ERA. He hasn't given up that many hits overall, but listen to this. He's given up.
Hitting.
He's 5-19 since he was 13-4 in 2019. So obviously he had some arm problems. He's had some issues. And Mikolas, I hate to do this to a Greek, the poor guy. But he's given up 15 home runs this year, 26, 27, 25 in the last 4 years. He's given up the long ball. Chicks dig the long ball. So we'll play this one over.
Yeah. Again, I hate trying to do a game that looks kind of too good to be truish like that, but the numbers and just the resume of both pitchers, I'm going over 8.5.
Yeah.
Official free pick over Nats Cards 8.5 for me. Over Yanks Seattle Chip. Again, these are the free picks. Our best bets at gamblersworld.net. Get Chip Day Pass $69.99. For me, I got a 3-pack up. You just got one of them. I just gave you one. I didn't know this when I sent them out on Sunday what it was going to be. But there you go. Go get the other 2 in the 3-pack. I'm on a nice little run. I think 9-4, 12-7 for the 12-6 for the month, which is 67%. I think like 25-12. We stretch it back a little longer. So MLB, not too shabby there. Get the premium plays at gamblersworld.net. One more chip before we head out here. 2 things. One, Rays and the Red Sox. It was a little bonus play. It was going to be Doug's play.
Right.
Bradley and Bueller. Basically a pick 'em. Another low total, I think, here when you look at this game. The way the Red Sox have been hitting, right? 10, 10, 11, 9, 10. I mean, they're crushing runs. Bradley's road split's not as good. Walker Bueller, another one of these guys, we've talked about him. Coming back from injuries, here's a guy who has not looked sharp at all. What do you have, like a 9 ERA or something like that his last few starts? Not good. At this price, I almost want to say, you take Boston because they're hitting the ball so well. No matter how bad Bueller pitches, they're going to put up runs. Bradley's road split's not great. I kind of like the Sox here to continue their little hot ways. Baseball's streaky, right? We say this all the time. Yeah. Teams win 4, 5, 6 in a row. We saw the Dodgers lose 5, 6 in a row. This is what baseball is. That's why it's 162 games. I like Boston to keep it going.
I like Boston as well. They've won 6 in a row. This poor Walker Bueller. I mean, what a career he had. I mean, he's 18-4 in 2021.
Yeah,
didn't pitch for 2 years. Last year was abominable until the World Series and playoffs. And this year, 6-6, 6.25 ERA, kind of disappointed in him. I think the Red Sox are as well, giving up 84 hits in 72 innings. And think about this, 84 hits, 72 innings. In 2021, he went 208 innings, giving up 140 hits. And that's just unbelievable to me. Red Sox won 8 of 9, 6 in a row. I hate this Tampa team. I just hate them. And the Red Sox I can even root for a little bit. I can, but I can't root for this Tampa team. And even though we don't have any problems taking them. Believe me, they're 27-13 on the road, Sean. And that's the best road record in baseball, I believe, right now. But they've only won 3 of their last 10. So we'll leave it at that. Boston 28-20 at home. I'd take the Red Sox here. Why not? I like Ferris Bueller.
I was a big Bueller guy. I thought he was on his way.
Oh yeah.
In today's parameters, could have been on his way, probably on his way to the Hall of Fame trajectory.
Right.
But he got hurt. He came up. So his last good year, you mentioned 2021, he was 27, 16-4, 2.47 ERA. COVID was the year before. I kind of throw that out. And again, he only had 8 starts. The year before that, 14-4. Then here comes the Tommy Johns, 12 innings, 2022, 12 starts, got hurt, out for a year with Tommy John. Came back, pitching, getting back in shape, 5 ERA and 16 starts. Last year, out all year again, bad.
He was 1-10 at one time, I think, last year. I'm not quite sure what he ended up.
I mean, I thought during the regular season, you figure he hasn't pitched in a year, you'll get back into your form. He was so good in the bullpen, I'm thinking, all right, he'll make a John Smoltz transition. But as a free agent, his agent's probably like, no, man, we got to get the money. You're a starter. I think he should Smoltz it up and hit the pen. You're 30. You can still go 9 years out of the pen. I mean, just go 2 innings. You're not that anymore.
A lot of guys get hurt. And Sean, a lot of these guys have Tommy John surgery, and they come back just as strong as they were before the surgery, but obviously not with this guy.
This is his second.
Yeah, that's 30. Right. You're right. You're right. So how's he supposed to come back from that?
You can. That's sad. You have a 2-year run. You're 30-8 with a sub 3 ERA. Terrible. I hate injuries to guys who have. I don't care
Yeah,
what
yeah.
sport it is. When you're looking at sharp and you're like, what could have been? The old what could have beens. What could have been is that you could have took both overs today. We like Seattle Yankees over 9, Nats Cards over 8.5. You could be a winner there. You could head over to gamblersworld.net for our best bets and most likely be a winner 55% of the time. You might think that's a bad number. No, it puts money in your pocket.
That's right.
But what's really important today is to stay in sports. Let's go some baseball, Chip. Let me know. Let's go. I'm sure we might get some All-Star game stuff in this.
There is a lot of All-Star game stuff, and pretty
Yes.
much I screen that out because individually you can say someone hit a home run or anything, but there were some interesting things happen, and I'm not going to go in chronological order this time, Sean, because I hope you can remember some of this. I know you're still just a child to me, just a kid. 1979. Do you remember Disco Demolition Night?
Well, I
in
was
Chicago.
5. I wasn't at the game, but they set him on the record's on fire, right?
Yeah, they brought him out at halftime between a doubleheader, and they blew up the field. They rioted. The Chicago fans came on the field. Detroit was forfeited the game and got the win, and that was in 1979. And I'm sure that John Travolta and the Bee Gees were not there, but that was Disco Night 1979. Game forfeited because they blew the field up. They actually did. In 1934, the second All-Star game, we might have mentioned this, Carl Hubble was starting for the National League against the American League. And in 1934, in the Polo Grounds, the American League had been billed as the greatest lineup ever put together because they had 5 All-Stars. Hubble goes out and strikes out Ruth, Garrick, Fox, Simmons, and Joe Cronin, who ends up becoming the commissioner of baseball, or at least the president of the American League, in a row. They were marveling at that time. That was one of the great records. And by the way, Hubble still holds the record of winning 24 consecutive games in baseball for the New York Giants. 2 other things. One other interesting thing in 1914 on this date, Babe Ruth started his first game for the Red Sox. The interesting thing, Sean, is yesterday on July 9th, he was traded from Baltimore. In the Double-A, he was 22-9 as a pitcher. Now he comes to Boston as a pitcher and made it to the World Series 3 out of the 4 years, set the World Series record for consecutive innings without allowing a run, and then became a hitter. But by the way, the 6 years that he's pitching in Boston, I just love to hear these Ohtani comparisons. He pitched 329 innings, 318 innings, 287 innings, went 18-8, 23-12, 24-13, 14-5, 13-7. He was 102-45. And guess what? He was hitting at the same time, Sean, 315, 309, 333, 345, 320 average over that 6 year. When Ohtani can do that, when he can put up 102 wins and not pitch once every 10th day or once every other season, then I'll start comparing him to Babe Ruth. Other than that, I can't. And the last and the final thing, I have to tell you that on this date, bad decision by Alexander Hamilton. He was challenged by Aaron Burr after slurring Burr at a Washington press corps dinner, and said Aaron Burr challenged him to a duel, which was legal in that time. And bad decision by Alexander Hamilton to accept the duel because that was his day on this earth. So Aaron Burr got his revenge, and Alexander Hamilton got a plot and his picture on a $10 bill. So that's the way that stands now.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So recapping the free picks, we got over Yankees 9, over Nats 8.5. These are the free plays. Go get Chip's best bets. Monster Run 29-8 WNBA. Go get his WNBA today. Go get his MLB. I got a 3-pack MLB. Gamblers roll down there for the best bets. Go get it. Chip, thanks for popping in. Good seeing you, my friend. Let's have a good, nice winning day. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks, Sean. I'm glad you made it home safe.
Yes, that's always good to be home. Always good.
Broke, but safe,
We're all right.